Alright. Shimakaze Ultimate Frontier. This map's probably the most difficult one to deal with. And a stealth teleporting destroyer. If you don't have a good team. So the normal pathing, it would, before 15.1, you would go this way. So you would wait till the destroyers are dead. You'd push this way, go down here, torpedo nuke the battleships as you're going down like this. Come over here, go up here, go into this small little divot right here. You could hide in there, back up a little bit, torpedo nuke the carrier, and then you would run over here, heal up a little bit if you need to, and then position for third wave. However, enemy cruiser bonus spawns down here. Enemy destroyer bonus spawns over here or over here. Enemy cap locations spawn either here or over here. If you have the outpost stations, one of them can spawn down here. There's so much nonsense that's in your way, because you basically want to be undetected this entire time. There's so much there's so much RNG garbage between you and your objective, or endpoint, at the end of your pathing, that there is no guaranteed way to get over here, to get aerial carrier, to get down here, to kill the battleships, to actually pre-position and exploit positioning and pathing, to kill the enemy. So, instead, we're going to do the first half of, well, I guess, like, the first portion of Hindenburg. We'll go ahead and take a shot at this gearing here. By coming down over here. These battleships, the 3, will come up like this, and they'll stop about here, and they'll slow turn out like this. When they turn, we can just pop back out. We can back up a little bit and kill them. Should be pretty easy. The Shimakaze should have torpedo reload boosted and killed both of the DDs. That would have been very easy for him to do. I'm not sure why he didn't. I mean, okay, pause. Maybe he did. Maybe he doesn't know about it. Is he actually a running superintendent? Let's see. No. No, it does not look like he is. Okay. That's fine. We have the pilots helping the Zal up here. That's good. So, good to see, good to see. There's Salem's radar. He has 8.5 kilometer radar range. Both of the DDs are dead down here. This is really good to see. Now, if you have good battleship players, 2 will kind of push down here, 1 will push up here. We're going to use our front torpedoes. He's going to start turning just a little bit. There he goes. He's starting his turn. There we go. Salem should be able to handle the Des Moines. The Benson's there. Okay. I'm going to call out that Des Moines. I'm going to launch... No, we're going to wait. Because I see Shimakaze Torps and the I-5644. Colorado should be dead as well. Looks like the Salem was dealing with the Des Moines. Zal Pilots is dealing with the Worcester. That's fine. The Benson, that's really fine. Okay, Colorado's going to be dead. So we're going to position... We're going to move out over here. Ideally, you still want to try to get... Ideally, you still want to try to get early carrier. So, fun fact, if the Benson's allowed to kill the aerodrome before the planes spawn in, the aerodrome will die, but you will not lose. Nor will you be able to lose. Because the lost condition only activates after the planes spawn in. Technically, when the planes land. But to be safe, you want to have it so that the aerodrome dies before the planes spawn in. If the team wants to go for that. I'm going to path this way over here and try to hook around for the carrier. It's dubious at best as to whether that's the as to whether or not that's the move. We'll see. So yeah, this is the problem with pushing out this way. Is all these cruisers have radars. Shimakaze's going to take initial aggro. There's no real way for us to get away from that. We can hook up north a little bit to try to get away from Baltimore, because he's the one that has the radar on us. But Baltimore radar range is far. So, okay. Use that. Let's start pathing over. Again, we're still trying to get over here. So, if you had the 12-kilometer torpedoes, you could sit here and torpedo the carrier. But because I don't, you have to, like, get closer. But if you get closer going this way, you'll spot the carrier. And when you spot the carrier, you'll spot the carrier being, like, over here. And so by the time you get over here to torpedo the carrier, the destroyers and cruiser are already activated for so long that they'll be very close to you, and they'll kill you before you, like, get around. So in an attempt to try to live, we want to spot the carrier as late as possible, which means we want to go up from the north, and then pop around, get down here, torpedo nuke the carrier, and then try to dip in here, hopefully, before we die. We'll see how this goes. This will be my first time trying this pathing, so it might work, it might not. In theory, there's a chance. The biggest concern is that the Alaska has a 10-kilometer radar. If he radars us, then the destroyers will most likely kill us. That's, like, the biggest threat. Because the destroyers will... I won't be spotted by the destroyers from range. The biggest thing that's going to spot me is the Alaska. So as long as... Which is part of why you want to wait to spot the carrier as long as possible, because the Alaska is going to spawn, like, all the way down here. So hopefully, by going around this way, we can buy ourselves enough time. Yeah, you see, there's the Alaska. He's 12.5 kilometers away. Hopefully, we can get down here, get within... We need 8 kilometers. We need 8 kilometers. We've got to make this fast. Start turning. There's the Humphreys. Okay. The torpedoes are out. The Alaska's 10.5, 10.4. Do we make it? Destroyers are 6 kilometers away. 10.5. We're getting away from the Alaska. He is not going to radar us. We're getting away from the destroyers. This might have worked. Did we pull this off? Okay, now the only thing we got to figure out is whether or not we kill the FDR or just damage the FDR. We damage him. We damage him enough to make him move. This is good. Now, the destroyers are going to start aggroing onto our location. We need to wait for the carrier to start moving and turn out. We're going to torp half ahead when he starts his turn, and then we're going to run. We're going to run for our poor little lives. There's Alaska's radar, so he's 10 kilometers away from us. We're going to start with our rear torpedoes first and then launch forward, because he's going to be going this way. So this will have a better angle first. Oh, no. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Please. Oh, no. It's blind torp. The carrier. You get the Humphreys. Okay, he's dead. I have no idea. I don't think I had the proper torp angle for the carrier. I don't think we do. I should have stayed back a little bit more so I could have shot the Humphreys and make him back off. Yeah, I didn't have enough of a torp angle to get the carrier, I don't think. Because he's probably, like, over here. I'm not even sure. I would have had the range. Yeah, he's still, like, right here-ish. Right here. That's unfortunate. So, okay. That could work. That could work. You just have to stay back a little bit more and bait the, to try to deter the DDs from chasing you for that long. After that, then you could... Because if the Humphreys hadn't pushed me, if he'd pushed me like 5 seconds later, we would have had the torps out on the FDR, and then we could have run around this island and flee. FDR is almost dead. That is a very almost dead FDR. That's fantastic. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. From there, with first wave being down here, so after killing the FDR, we would have run back to the heel. Because I'm assuming we would take a little bit of damage coming around here. So we finish off the FDR, run back to the heel area, stay near this island, and figure out where third wave will be. First wave. So if first wave is over here... Oh, wait. First and second wave, you can't really position for after the carry, because after the carry, you pretty much, for safety, you just go to the heel. All right. After that point, setting up for second wave. So if second wave's over here, well, okay, whatever wave is over here, you want to be here for. Whatever wave is over here, you either want to be here or here, like right here, or even right here. If there's a south wave, you want to be either here or here. So this island chain, this island here, or here, right? Basically, these. You want to use the island cover to get really greedy torpedo angles from like 3 kilometers away on the ships as they pass by you. Because the wave that's, or the enemy spawn that spawns over here is going to go like this or like this. So if you sit here, you can torpedo this way or this way. And just broadside nuke, like one set for every single ship, essentially, except for battleships, and you just nuke everything that passes by. If you're over here, notice, right? You have this island here. You have this island here, right? So if you sit, like if you sit right here, facing this way, let's pretend you're facing this way, right? You sit here, you double launch torpedoes on the Worcester, because he's going to be the radar, the one that's radaring you. Double launch on the Worcester, one launch on the Georgia, or just full launch on the Worcester. That's fine, right? It's full launch, guaranteed to kill. Cool. You sprint this way, hook back around, and go this way. That Georgia, watch. He's going to have 2 pathings. The enemies that spawn over here go one of 2 ways. Either they go on the inside, usually, like probably like 90% of the time, they go on the inside. These 2 islands here, they'll go on the inside of it. Every now and then, they'll kind of like go on the outside, but that's pretty rare. As you can see, the Worcester is starting to turn. The Buffalo is starting to hard turn. Georgia's starting to turn. The Worcester is going to go on the right side of this island. The Georgia is going to go on the right side of the island. Looks like the Buffalo is going to go on the left side, in between these 2. Right. So, your second set of torpedoes on this wave would be, right, your first sets from over here, or you can use this island over here. I would suggest this one. And then your second set's from over here. So watch. You have a nice, almost 90-degree, like, look at the minimap here. If you're sitting right here, right where this reticle is, right? Look at the torpedo angle on the minimap. Worcester is going to be almost directly 90 degrees broadside to you. The Georgia, same thing, right? So so over here, you have 2 chances to torpedo nuke this entire wave. Here and here. Since we have third wave over here, let's take a look. There's 2 ways you can go about this, and there's really, there's only one, right? Because you don't have an island near these that you can exploit, like this over here. So you can't use these islands because you'd have to go this way, and you'd have to like go from here up to here and then to here. The problem with that is it's a greater distance. You're traveling a longer distance than they are. So it's very unlikely you'll get torpedoes off here and then again over here. Over here, the distance you are traveling from here to here is shorter than their distance. That's like this. So you can get into your second position without being spotted and ahead of them. So with the spawn over here, what you really want to do is either sit. In this case, you're going to sit since they're going this way. If they go more northward, then they're going around, up and around like this. If they're going more eastward, they're going to go like this. So what you do is you sit kind of like right here-ish, and you just wait.
Good game, everyone.
Now, what you could do, you can be very greedy if you want. If you wanted to, you can sit here and wait for a torpedo angle. Now, they're going to radar, so you have to be careful of that, right? But you can wait for a torpedo angle, torpedo. Since the last battleship is a Vermont, he's very slow, right? Get your torps out, and then run this way. So, you're sitting here. You torpedo, like, let's say you torpedo this Puerto Rico, right? You torp, like this, kind of like right through here, and you run immediately this way. You go from here, out to here, and then, hopefully, you'll have your torpedoes reloaded to get the Vermont, because he's going to be, like, back here. He's going to go up with these cruisers. There's the Vermont, see? So you have the Jacksonville, right? He would be dead, or the Puerto Rico, either one, right? And then you can go this way. You'd sit here, you'd wait, right? Because they're right here. They're not going to shoot at you. He can't shoot at you. So you just wait right here. Let time bide your time. And then, when you have torpedoes loaded again, come out. And you'd be able to full torp the Vermont and kill him. Right? So you have 2 opportunities to torp from right here and here. You have 2 opportunities to torpedo from here and over here. For the wave down here, the quote-unquote best place to be is, like, right here. So the southern wave spawns almost in line with the H line, almost in the middle. So what you can do is, facing north, you wait, you torpedo nuke the very first the closest cruiser to you. You would torpedo nuke the closest cruiser. And because that's to get rid of the closest radar. And then you use this island cover and beeline it, kind of like this. Oh, whoops. Whoops. You would beeline it up here, like this, ahead of the battleship. And then you would, or ahead of the either the battleship or the cruisers. And you go up this way, right? And then you can be ahead and have a 90-degree torp angle on the battleship there. But you want to set up for wave 3. No matter where it spawns in, you want to set up for it. But there's no way to know where the enemy spawn locations are going to be at. Like, in what order they're going to spawn. So, this map's... It's doable. It's doable. I need to do a little bit more practice. Frankly, me dying to that Humphreys is just not taking advantage of my positional exploitation. I should have backed up a little bit and, like, tried to pester him to make him back off, to buy myself more time. I wasn't expecting him to chase me down that fast, honestly. Quite surprised, but is what it is. But, I hope, at least with the minimap showcase and the visual showcase, you can kind of replicate what I did, and get some better gameplay on Stealth Torp and Destroyers. I'll upload a much better one when I actually when I am actually able to pull it off. You should be able to pull it off reliably, as long as as long as you can prevent that destroyer from pushing you so early. If you can postpone that destroyer pushing you by like 5 to 8 seconds, you'll be able to have the time to torpedo nuke or finish off the carrier, and use the island cover to run up to the heal area, and then pre-position for wave 3. Wherever first wave is, you cross that out on your checklist, and then once you know where wave 2 is, you would then move to third wave location. That's like really the only way to pre-position for wave 3. But as is with all the other 5, we are using the 8s. Same build, same commander spec. If you're running the 12s, it's a little bit easier and old. Honestly, the 12-kilometer torpedoes have the best benefit for Ultimate Frontier, because you can outrange enemy cruiser radar. That's the real benefit to running 12s. Like on Naval Station Newport, you don't need 12s. You're better off with the 8s. Hermes, you're better off with the 8s. Aegis, you're better off with the 8-kilometer. Cherry Blossom, you're better off with the 8s. Raptor Rescue, you're better off with 8 kilometers. Like those 5, you're better off with the 8 kilometers. It's just Ultimate Frontier where the 12s are a better pick. So 1 out of 6, at least for the older maps. The newer maps, I do what you can. All right, the 3 new maps are dog shit. Do what you can, but you're not. I wouldn't expect much from a Stealth Torp and Destroyer. I wouldn't expect much on the new maps. But not Shima on Ultimate Frontier, with kind of an updated playstyle after 15.1. I'll fine tune it and see what I can get in some future uploads. Y'all enjoy. God bless.